Hey, this is Grocknor from the GraveYard Shifts on the Baelgun server. This week, starting on June 17th, marked our first raid as a new guild. We started on Tuesday with a 25-man Nax and had a really successful run. We had a really good group and we cleared the Arachnid Quarter with almost no trouble. Only about 9 or 10 of us were from the new guild, but had a great group of pugs help us out while we were building up more raid-ready members. The Plague Quarter presented very few problems. Noth went down fairly easily. We also made a run at doing the Heigen achievement with no deaths, but ended up with 3 people down, which isn't too bad, and Lothib also went down with fairly little drama. Our last wing on Tuesday was the Construct Quarter, where we again made it through without a wipe. We had a few raiders that hadn't done some of the fights, which made things a little interesting. We lost about half of the raid to ads on Grobulus, but we were able to recover. Gluth and Thaddeus also took down a little bit of the raid, but nothing that caused us to wipe. All in all, it was actually a pretty great opening night for the new guild. On Wednesday, we hit the military quarter. We didn't have enough priests in the group the previous night to hit Vesuvius, but with the help of Tuskboar and some other priests, he went down pretty easily. We actually came closer to wiping on the trash following Vesuvius when some of the pugs got a little ambitious, but luckily, with some good tanking by Gala, we were able to power through it. Gothic was a little interesting. We lost all of the healers on the undead side right before the gate opened, which added a little bit of intensity, but we did manage to get him down without a wipe. The 4 horsemen presented a few healer problems. As you can see, that's me, Grocknor, standing right in the middle of a void zone and about to die, and a couple other healers came to my aid, including Beercan, our other tree, who also stands in a void zone and dies. Luckily, we had enough heals to cover all of that, and we managed to get everybody down. That's Celiac going down at the end. That's my view from the floor. And we had enough backup heals to take care of him when we only lost a couple of members of the raid, so we managed to get through all 4 quarters. We then hit the Frostworm lair, and up until this point we had no wipes. Then we hit Sapphiron, who hit us pretty hard. It took us 3 attempts. This is one of our failed attempts. But on the 3rd attempt, we did down him and then moved on to Kel'Thuzad. Unfortunately, I managed to take absolutely 0 video of the fight, but we did down him in 2 attempts, which concluded our successful 25-man Nax run, our very first week. Following the completion of the 25-man Nax, 5 of us decided to run a timed run of Culling of Stratum. Barbecue tanked, Tarukanus, Jake, Emo, and Grocknor healing. We managed to complete it with 4 minutes to spare, which really capped off a pretty good first couple of nights, and Jake ended up with the Drake. On Thursday, we ventured into 10-man Ulduar. We got a bit of a late start, so we didn't get as far into it as we had hoped. We started with the Flame Leviathan, and he went down pretty easily. Next came the Deconstructor, who presented a few problems. It took us a couple of tries to get him down, and we had a little bit of a new strategy that we tried, which seemed to work out pretty well, and we managed to get the Nerf Gravity Bombs achievement. Then we downed Razor Scale, who has proven to be one of the easier fights at the beginning of 10-man Ulduar. Next we went in to hit Kolagarn, who was a bit of a hassle considering that we had a late start and we had a couple of undergeared people, we had a pretty good night, but we weren't able to get Baelgun down, so we decided to call it a night after a couple of failed attempts. Friday night we didn't have a proper group to be able to run anything seriously, so that concluded our first scheduled week of raids with a full 25-man Nax and 3 bosses down in 10-man Ulduar. Fairly successful for the first week for the guild. Full videos of most of the week's kills are also available on this channel. Thanks for watching and happy raiding!